Hi, girls and boys. All right, today is Wednesday. We're going to be working on wonders again today. Remember, we're answering this question this whole week. How do friends depend on each other? Okay, for today, I need you to grab a whiteboard out, just like you see on my screen. I need you to label it with V. That's going to stand for our vocabulary section today. I want you to name it P, which is going to be for phonics. And then I want you to put PA for phonemic awareness. Your board should look like mine. So go ahead and pause me until you're ready. Okay, let's start vocabulary for today. Vocabulary for today, this is our first word. This is called rescue. When you rescue something, you save it from danger. So an example, we watched the boy rescue the cat from the tree. What is another word that we could use for rescue? Probably save, right? So the boy in this picture knew he had to rescue the cat from the tree. He wanted to save the cat from danger or from falling. So I could use this word in a sentence and I could write it on my board, my whiteboard, but this is not what I want you to write, so you know. I could write the sentence, I rescued my dog from the animal shelter. Okay, so here is our next word, is secret. Okay, you see two kids here? A secret is something that is not known by many people. Mandy whispered a secret to me. So this girl right here, Mandy, is telling her friend a secret. She is telling her friend something that many people do not know. Okay, so again, if I wanted to use this in my own sentence, I could say, I have a secret to tell all of you. Okay, our third word of the day is perfectly. When something is perfectly wonderful, it is wonderful in the best way possible. Okay, now look at this picture. It demonstrates the word perfectly. This orange is perfectly round because it is round. It is as round as possible. Okay. All right, and our last word, this is where you're going to need your whiteboard, all right, is peered. Okay. If you peered at something, you looked at it closely. So the cat in this picture peered through the hole in the barn. It looked closely through the hole to see what was on the other side. Okay, so where you have on your board for V for vocabulary, you're going to use the word peered, P-E-E-R-E-D, in a sentence, okay? So that's your job for just the vocabulary section today. So go ahead and pause me until you have that ready. Phonics. Okay, we've been working with short A and short I sounds this week. So remember, short A says a, like as an apple, and short I says I, as an insect. Okay, we're going to practice some of these. We're going to blend these words. So let's start with pin. P-I-N, pin. That has a short I sound in it, right? Now let's do another one. T-app. That has a short A sound in it. F-I-X. That is a short I sound in it. M-at. Again, short A. B-it. That has the short I. Ad, short A again. Okay, now I want you to do these along with me. So go ahead and say them as I'm saying them. I, g. What's short? Is it short I or short A? Yep, I. S, a, p. Short A or short I? A, yep. T, a, n. Short what? A again. All right, we're going to do one more. I'm going to skip a couple. L, it. Short I or short A? I hope you came up with I. All right, so now we're going to practice some words where you will have like the word sat. So I want you to say the word sat with me. Sat, right? If I change that middle sound, that a, to an I, the short I sound, what's my new word? It should be sit. I'm going to do another one for you. If I have the word pan, if I change that middle sound, that a, to I, what's my new word? It should be pin. All right, let's try another one. Bin. If I say bin, if I change that I in the middle to an a, what's my new word? Ban. All right, let's try the last one that I'm going to try with you. If I had man, say man, okay? If I took that n at the end and I changed it to a p at the end, what's my new word? Should be map. Okay, so this is what I want you to do on your board. So now we are on phonics. So you should be doing the P section, right? So you're going to work on this part. So say fit. Replace the f with a h. What do you have? I want you to write that word right here. Okay. Then I want you to do one more. Say fit again. Replace the I with an a. What do you have? So again, you should have 2 words written here on your board for phonics today. Okay. We're going to now move on to phonemic awareness. Okay, for phonemic awareness today, we are going to be working with blending some more words. So let's go ahead and listen to our first word together.
Sat.
So you would break it apart and you go s,
A.
t. Okay, let's do about 4 more.
Fix. I. X.
Now I want you to do the next 3 with me.
Add.
A.
D. Lip.
L.
I.
And the last one.
Sad.
S.
A. D.
And if you're struggling with any of these are on the ConnectEd website that I emailed you yesterday for your password. So you can practice these. There's tons of them on here, 26 to be an example. So that would take me a little bit longer to do. So I'm only doing a couple with you so you can practice with me. Okay. So now I'm going to say 3 words. I want you to listen for the word that doesn't belong. So if I said tap, fin, rag, which one doesn't belong here? Let's listen to our middle sound. A, I, a. Okay, so this fin here doesn't belong. So if I was writing this on my board, which you're not yet, you will in a second, you would be writing that word that we just had here. And I was trying to bold it, but I didn't press the right button again. So this is the one you would highlight. Okay, so let's practice 2 more before you have to do the one on your own. If I had hip, man, kid, let's listen to those middle sounds again. I for hip, man, a, and kid, k, I. Okay, so I have an I, and an a. So here I would go ahead and write the word man. Okay, last one I'm going to practice. Can, lab, sit. Which one doesn't belong here? I hope you came up with sit doesn't belong because the other 2 have the short A sound, the A sound in it, and sit has the short I sound, the I in it. All right, so now on your whiteboard here for PA, for phonemic awareness, you're going to be working on these 3 words, and you only have to write the word that doesn't belong for the 2, okay? So your first one is dip, sag, fan. Which one doesn't belong here? Go ahead and write that for your first part. And then pad, rib, mix. Which one doesn't belong here? Go ahead and write that word right over here. So again, at the end, you should have 2 words written here that didn't belong for our lesson today. All right, our last part of reading today is for comprehension. All right, for comprehension, we're going to be working on the strategy called visualizing. Okay, so this is the definition. When you visualize, you use the words and pictures from a story to create pictures in your mind that help you to understand the story better. I always talk to my students every year about it's like kind of like a movie that's in your brain. So when I read a story, I picture what's happening to help me remember it later so I can retell it, which is going to be a section of ours tomorrow's lesson. Okay, so today you are going to go ahead and you're going to reread the Little Flap story from yesterday. Remember, that's in your small reading book and it should be on page, I believe it's 22. Okay, so the reason why I have you reread stories, and we would do this in class together usually, is I would have you reread a story because the more times you read it, the more times you remember it. Okay, and you can visualize it better the second time you've heard a story. So you might say, I already did that yesterday. You did, but in class we would read stories more than once. That helps us become better readers. Okay, so today you're going to be watching this quick video that's linked onto our Google Classroom for today. And this will going to help you a little bit more on that visualization strategy. I thought it was kind of catchy and it was easily explained better by them than me. And then finally, you're going to go ahead and input that phonemic awareness, the vocabulary, and the phonics whiteboard that you did today in there. And then you're going to tell me, after you read Little Flap, you're going to tell me, what did you visualize? So what did you picture in your brain as you read it? And then I want you to read on your own today, and I want you to tell me what you visualized there. So I want you to be using this strategy both times that you're reading today. All right, well, that's it for reading today. Bye, girls and boys.